Hello, friends, and welcome back to the new episode of r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today, there are 3 new great stories waiting for us, so sit back comfortably and let's get started. Customer knowingly avoids store employees to get help from me. This is one where the lady actually knew I wasn't an employee, but still sought my help. So I'm an architect who works at a large firm that does, among many other things, large-scale retail. My team consists of a few people who remodel and/or expand a chain of grocery stores. One of the first things we do when remodeling is visit the store to measure and survey the existing building. Anyone in construction can tell you what exactly gets built never matches the plans exactly. We have to measure ourselves instead of solely relying on the client's old drawings of their stores. When I'm surveying, I am working in a store, but I'm not working for the store. I'm working for my firm. Last week, I was at a store doing my measurements. I lay an oversized clipboard over top of a shopping cart and spread out my plans on it and write down dimensions I take with a laser measure. I'm clearly not preparing or stocking food. I have a picture ID with my company info on it that I wear on a lanyard around my neck. I wear jeans and a polo, which is kind of similar to employees. I do frequently get the, "Excuse me, could you help me?" "Oh, I'm sorry, never mind." But they aren't anything notable or worth sharing here. However, this time, the lady who made this story was not fooled. Sidebar: you can go just about anywhere you want ever as long as you have a lanyard around your neck. True story. So I'm taking measurements in the general sales area of this store, and I feel someone walking quickly toward me. A hurried lady in her 50s, accompanied by a high school-aged girl, walked past 2 store employees right to me. Literally had to squeeze around employees in the aisle to get to me. "Lady, I know you don't work here, but do you know if they carry windshield wiper fluid?" The thoughts running through my mind of why on earth she thought this was her best way of getting an answer is beyond me, but I digress. Me. I don't know, but the auto stuff is usually in the same aisle as hardware and light bulbs, so you might check there. "I already looked there. They don't have it. I'll just go to the gas station." The lady stormed off toward the exit, continuing to pass more store employees. Me wondering why she didn't just go in the first place. Okay. I have so many questions I'd like to ask her. Strange. I hope she was able to drive her car with a dirty windshield to the gas station to get her wiper fluid. It's in the same place where they keep the blinker fluid. And our next story. You really don't work here? Well, you should still help me anyway. Went to have lunch with my boyfriend over his break. We ate at the back room and then finished up and walked out of the back room into the store. That's when Karen spotted me. My boyfriend was wearing the uniform of the store, solid colored shirt with name tag and solid colored pants. I was wearing a polka dotted cardigan, a denim skirt, no name tag, zebra print Converse, and jewelry. He works in a department store, and he made a beeline for his department, which is mostly outdoors. I decided to stick around and buy some windshield wiper fluid, so I was walking toward that aisle when Karen flagged me down. "Excuse me. Hey, hi. I'm in a rush, babe, so..." Me. "Hi. Actually, Karen. I need to buy a desk fan and..." Me. "Oh, actually, Karen. I'm not finished." Me. "But..." Karen. "A desk fan and bath towels. The soft kind, not the cheap ones. Do you have some laminating sheets?" "Actually, never mind. I need a..." Me. "Ma'am, listen." Karen. "A mesh blanket, staple refillers, or they're different sizes. Anyways, I need the medium size, I guess. Are you listening? I'm in a huge rush," and so finally, I just start walking away. It's at this point that Karen grabs my shoulder. I don't react well to being touched by strangers. Me. "What are you doing?" Karen. "I wasn't finished. I'm on a time crunch, babe. Why are you being so impatient? I mean, really, you're at work, honey. It's like no one respects people older than them these days. I just can't believe it." Me. "I don't work here. Do I look like I work here?" Karen looks at me, realizes her mistake, and becomes visibly embarrassed. I'm finally calming down from having been grabbed by a stranger. Karen. But you came out of an employee-only door." Me. "I was visiting my boyfriend for lunch. Even if I worked here, you don't just touch someone." Karen. "So you really don't work here?" Me. "No." Karen. "So can your boyfriend help me?" Me. "No, he works in gardening." Karen stops to think for a moment. I guess she had a system error where she couldn't ask for a manager. Seeing as I didn't work there, she was looking extra embarrassed now and dramatically shielding her face like there were paparazzi covering her important life. Karen, well, you should probably know if your boyfriend works here, you should just help me. Just help me find my things. That'd be the nice thing after causing the inconvenience when I told you I'm in a hurry. Why would I help you after you grabbed me like a street thug? Are you insane? We're done. So I turn to go, still shaken up, and she calls after me. Well, you can't blame me for thinking you work here when you came out of an employee-only door. I'm going to report your boyfriend to the garden manager for having you back there. Me. B-word. I stopped myself before I flew into a full rage. Karen. Excusez-moi? I stopped walking away at this point because I didn't actually know whether my boyfriend was technically allowed to have me back there or eat lunch back there, and I didn't want to get him in trouble. But also I couldn't bring myself to help this woman after all that. Me. Fine, I'll help you. Just make it quick. So I snatched her list, and sure enough, I knew where about half the things were, which made it all that much easier to strategically avoid those aisles as I dragged Karen on a time-sucking trek around the store. This is where they keep the laminating sheets, and they're all out, but you can get a 48-pack of duct tape and tape a clear layer over your documents. It'll work just as well. Here you go. I could have sworn it was in aisle 5. I guess it's actually aisle 25. We'll have to go back. Oh, silly me, it was aisle 6. Back we go. You know what? They're out. My mistake. It's actually aisle 18. We did this for almost 45 minutes, longer than I thought I could pull it off. There's no cell reception in the store and almost no clocks to keep people shopping longer, so it wasn't until we walked past customer service that she saw their desk clock and realized how long this had been going on. She was pissed. She stormed past 8 people waiting in the customer service line to file a complaint about me eating lunch with my boyfriend, then wasting her time. I knew the customer service guy, not super well, but we'd met. He listened patiently to her side of the story, then came over to me separately and asked what happened. I broke down. I was so upset. I said, I was having lunch with my boyfriend, and she saw me leaving the back room and said if I didn't help her buy the things on her list, she'd get him fired. And I had no idea it was against the rules, and he didn't either. I swear, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to waste her time. The store's just so big. She didn't give me a choice. She said I had to help, and I'm crying. And the customer service guy says, whoa, slow down. People have lunch back there all the time. It's not a problem. I'll give her a coupon and she'll unclench. Just go home. So I lingered to be sure the customer service guy didn't get in any trouble defending me because, the hierarchy was basically the same level as my boyfriend, so he'd be vulnerable if Karen escalated. Customer service guy is CSG. CSG. Ma'am, if you just get in line, I'll resolve this issue to your satisfaction. Are you effing kidding me? I just missed my appointment because of that backroom bimbo, and you're telling me to what? Wait, what? Where? What? Where's your manager? CSG. I can call my direct supervisor, ma'am, but you'll have to wait for him at the back of the line. These other customers have been here, and once I service them, I'll help you right away. I want to talk to him now! He isn't back here at the moment. He's attending to business elsewhere in the store. But I have notified him that he's needed at this desk, and he'll be here to assist you at his earliest convenience. Don't try to play dumb. He's back there. I can tell he's back there. CSG. If he were here, you'd see him. Back here is just behind the desk. Further back, all we have back there is a fax machine and a file cabinet. I assure you, there are no offices or anywhere anyone would be staked out to avoid you. Now, excuse me, I need to help this customer. So Karen keeps trying to get his attention, and he keeps helping someone who's returning a cartload of stuff. Finally, Karen tries to launch herself over the counter, but doesn't have the agility to make it all the way over and just kind of bounced a couple inches off the ground. Security came over at this point and asked her to either join the queue, shop, or go home. She stalked off with a security officer way less understanding than CSG to try and sell her tale of woe. I took that opportunity to go home. My boyfriend had to go directly to his second job, but I cannot wait to laugh about this with him later. This is epic. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. And our third story. I do work here, but that's not my job. I don't know if this counts, but let's find out. I work at a restaurant where workers in the kitchen are allowed to wear anything they please. Now, the waiters have to wear a black shirt with the restaurant's name printed on it. The shirt I was wearing at the time happened to be a black shirt with the periodic table of Minecraft on it. If that wasn't confusing enough, I, the dishwashing machine operator, am the only member of the kitchen who wears an apron. The apron's all black and it covers up the periodic table, so it's easy to confuse me with a waiter. Enter Angry Jackhole, AJ, confusing me with a waiter. AJ: ugh, I've been waiting for a waiter longer than you think. Take my order now. Me: oh, I'm sorry, sir, that's not my duty here. I actually work back in the kitchen. I was just out here refilling my drink, but I'm sure one of the waitresses can help. AJ: wow, no wonder this place is a dump. You idiots can't even do your job properly. Me: I wasn't trained to be a waiter. I was trained to work in the kitchen, though. AJ: since when do you need training to be a waiter? I demand to see your manager. He did have a good point. Being a waiter was as simple as writing down orders on a piece of paper and giving the paper to the cooks. However, even if I was a waiter, this certainly isn't the way to treat people. Then enter my mom. Mom: hey, what do you think you're doing to my son? AJ: what? He's your son? I thought he was just an incompetent employee. I thought he worked here. Mom: he does. But being a waiter's not his job. Sit down and wait for a waitress. No wonder the jukebox was playing Blue Oyster Cult. My mom and dad were here. Our restaurant has a jukebox that allows anyone to play any song they want to hear at any cost. Every time my mom and dad visit me at my restaurant, my dad puts on Blue Oyster Cult. He's a serious fan of Blue Oyster Cult. He even has a picture of himself with the band. No joke. I thank my mom for helping me out of that situation. I looked back at the man and saw that his face was still red, not from anger, but from embarrassment. The woman I assumed was his wife, or at least his partner, told him not to embarrass them in front of other people. Shortly afterward, my boss came out and asked what happened. Boss: hey, what happened here? Me: not much. Just some guy confused me with the waiter. Must be the shirt and apron. Boss: yeah, that must be it. So we had a good laugh after the incident, and I was allowed my drink, of course. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.